Welcome to Half 24. Today on the show, a massive double strike from Real Madrid. Jose Mourinho secures Denzel Dumfries and Ibrahima Konate. Manchester United wraps up their first blockbuster signing this summer, and they are plotting the ultimate transfer robbery in Serie A. A huge €60 million arrival for Bayern Munich, plus Savinho makes his big move to Tottenham Hotspur. He was totally fed up with warming the bench at Manchester City. Plus today, major coaching shakeups hit Benfica and Ajax. We are breaking down all of this and more right now. Real Madrid is wrapping up one of the most fascinating summer window deals for that right-back spot. Late last night, the Inter Milan board was officially informed that Los Blancos have fully agreed on personal terms with Denzel Dumfries. The Spanish giants have no time for endless talks. They are simply triggering the Dutchman's release clause, which sits at a mere $20 million. For a talent of his class and experience in today's inflated transfer market, that is absolute pocket change. The 30-year-old Dutchman instantly greenlit the move. He has always dreamed of testing himself in La Liga, and thanks to that fixed release clause, Inter had zero legal power to stop him. Over in Madrid, Dumfries is expected to lock down that right flank and spark fierce competition with Trent Alexander-Arnold. This rivalry will push both players to give absolutely 100%. Honestly, snatching Dumfries for €20 million is just another absolute masterclass from the Real Madrid boardroom. Inter loses a true leader for pennies. But you just cannot fight a signed release clause. Jose Mourinho's plan to ignite the right wing by pitting Dumfries against Trent is brilliant. It gives the squad some truly terrifying depth. But Madrid is not stopping at the right flank. They are shaking up the football transfer news again with a huge addition at center-back. The Royal Club has now reached a total verbal agreement to sign Liverpool center-back Ibrahima Konate. The French powerhouse completely shut down those massive money offers from Saudi Arabia, all for the chance to play at the Santiago Bernabeu. Let us take a look at the exact length of this new contract. We will explain why Florentino Perez's upcoming election is delaying the official announcement, and how this signing totally transforms the Madrid backline. Right now, the deal is at the absolute finish line. Both sides have entirely locked in the terms for a massive new long-term contract, which will run for 4 full years. But there is one major political catch here. The final signatures and official reveal completely depend on the exact moment Florentino Perez gets re-elected as president of the Madrid club. Once those internal elections wrap up, the transfer gets its official green light. This signing is a massive victory for the Madrid boardroom. According to the Spanish press, the 27-year-old defender was staring at several astronomical offers from Saudi teams, ready to shower him in absolute gold. But Konate instantly froze all those Middle Eastern talks the second he heard about genuine, concrete interest from Real Madrid. Ibrahima always dreamed of wearing that iconic white kit, and he is eager to fight for his spot at center-back. With this front office masterstroke, Jose Mourinho's defensive line gains some truly ridiculous depth. In my view, bringing in Ibrahima Konate is a brilliant but undeniably risky gamble by Florentino Perez. On one hand, the Frenchman brings immense top-flight experience from the Premier League and Champions League. Plus, he is right in his prime. But on the flip side, his final season with Liverpool was, to put it nicely, pretty up and down. He frequently lost his positioning and battled with form. But hey, Madrid knows exactly how to revive the careers of elite stars. This 4-year deal adds some serious muscle and depth. But Konate has to seriously tighten up his discipline if he wants to earn those starting minutes. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich is launching a massive boardroom offensive, setting up one of the most explosive transfers of the summer window. The German Giants management has secured a total verbal agreement on personal terms with PSV Eindhoven's dynamic attacking midfielder, Ismael Saibari. The Moroccan star desperately wants this transfer, and he has already spoken privately with Bayern head coach Vincent Kompany. Intense talks are happening between the clubs right now. Bayern Munich wants to wrap up this signing as fast as humanly possible. Let us dig into why Kompany personally demanded this exact signing. We will look at the Moroccans' insane season stats and the absolute fortune PSV is demanding. Bayern is rushing the clock here. The Munich board is pushing hard to officially close every final detail and sign the paperwork before the World Cup begins. That is where 25-year-old Saibari will be stepping out for the Moroccan national team. The higher-ups at the German club know the score. If the midfielder lights up the World Cup, his price tag will hit the roof. Last season, Ismael put up completely unreal numbers for PSV. In 37 games, he bagged 19 goals and handed out 9 assists, dragging the team straight to the championship title. He can comfortably slot in behind the striker, do damage out wide on the wing, or even lead the line right up front as the main attacker. When it comes down to the cash, top German and Dutch sources, especially the paper Eindhoven's Doglo, are tossing around massive numbers. The portal transfer mark pins the player's market value right at 40 million euros. But PSV knows exactly what their star is worth. His deal runs through 2029, and the Dutch club wants at least 60 million for Saibari. Bayern first tried to open the bidding with 48 million, but now the Germans are ready to pay up. Fresh funds freed up the second Anthony Gordon's move to Munich. Completely fell apart. Club bosses are talking directly to iron this out. Honestly, bringing in Ismael Saibari is a massive and totally smart move from Vincent Kompany. With the Gordon deal totally dead, the Moroccan and his 19 goals a season make him the perfect guy to spark the attack. 60 million sounds steep, but for a guy who can play anywhere across the front line in today's wild transfer market, it is money well spent. Munich has to wrap this deal up fast. Once the opening games at the World Cup kick off, Europe's richest clubs will join the hunt. Speaking of big spenders, Manchester United is wrapping up their first huge summer signing right now. The midfielder from Italian club Atlanta is about to join the Manunians to take over for the absolute legend Casemiro. But Michael Carrick is not finished rebuilding the defensive midfield just yet, especially before the club heads back to the Champions League. Italian paper Corriere dello Sport dropped the name of a star defender from Syria. The Red Devils want to swoop in while his club struggles for cash. The English giants have locked their sights straight on Juventus defensive rock, Pierre Kalulu. Let us break down the cash behind the Ederson deal and see exactly how signing the French defender became a sure thing. To get Ederson, the Manunians will pay 4.5 million euros fixed and 4.5 million in bonuses. Ederson's deal with the English powerhouse is set to run until 2030, with an option to automatically add one more season. He is scheduled to wrap up his official medical checks this July. Right after that, he will head straight into preseason training camp with the Manon. This transfer drops at the absolute perfect time to replace Casemiro. The 2025 to 2026 campaign was his last dance at Old Trafford. That midfield destroyer role badly needed some fresh blood. 26-year-old Ederson fits that exact job perfectly. Last season, the Brazilian was an absolute rock in Syria, playing 41 games across all competitions for Atlanta, where he managed to chip in with 3 goals and 2 assists. At the same time, the United front office is pushing hard to land 25-year-old Juventus defender, Pierre Kalulu. Scouts from the Premier League heavyweights have been watching his matches in Italy like hawks for weeks on end. The only reason the Turin bosses are even picking up the phone is a massive financial meltdown. Juventus ended the season in a terrible 6th place in Syria, entirely missing out on a crucial Champions League spot. Now the bosses in Turin have to offload star players just to balance the books and cover missing European Cup money. Kalulu himself barely missed the cut for the French World Cup squad, purely because the competition was just too fierce. He slots flawlessly into Michael Carrick's forward-thinking system, all thanks to his flexibility. The guy can lock down the center or dominate out on the right side defensively. If you ask me, bringing in Ederson for 45 million with bonuses included is a brilliant, completely logical move to upgrade the midfield. But securing a deal for Pierre Kalulu could easily go down as the absolute steal of the summer. Juventus is stuck in a really tough spot without that Champions League payout. United has to jump on this chance and finally fix their leaky defense. Guys, if you are still watching the video, hit that subscribe button right now. It takes 2 seconds and really helps us out. Got it done? Great. Let us move on. Tottenham out in London is inches away from pulling off one of the biggest summer blockbusters. Talks to sign Manchester City's electric Brazilian winger Savinho are speeding up faster than anyone expected. 2 weeks back, Fabrizio Romano broke the news about Spurs' interest. Now, both clubs are drowning in official transfer paperwork. The winger is sick of rotting on the Manchester bench. He already gave the London club a massive yes. Let's cut the fluff and look at the insane fee Manchester City is actually demanding. How Xavi Simons accidentally leaked this move online, and why Roberto De Zerbi views the Brazilian as his attacking future. Right now, this transfer sits at the final bidding stage. Savinho is locked into a Manchester City contract until 2031, letting them dictate some brutal financial terms. The Daily Mail reports that Manchester bosses just slapped a massive €80 million price tag on the 22-year-old winger. At the very same time, Spurs are fighting to slash that fee, hoping to strike a compromise deal around €65 million. They are counting on pressure from the player, who is desperate for regular starting minutes. His agent, Federico Maras, already flew out to finalize personal terms, and Spurs' attacking leader added fuel to the fire, Xavi Simons. The Dutchman played with Savinho at PSV. His sudden Instagram activity basically confirmed their rapid reunion, right after Antoine Semenyo arrived at City. Savinho lost his spot completely, so Enzo Maresca just greenlit a sale, assuming a solid offer arrives. Roberto De Zerbi is begging Spurs management to urgently rebuild those wings after a brutal season. Savinho is his absolute top target. Honestly, this transfer is exactly what a newly rebuilt Tottenham squad needs. Sure, 80 million sounds astronomical, but we all witnessed Savinho's raw potential during that incredible run at Girona. Roberto De Zerbi absolutely loves technical, blazing fast wingers. In his system, the Brazilian gets the perfect stage to shine. If London bosses can shake hands with City for 65 million, it becomes a brilliant, long-term football investment. What do you think, guys? Is Savinho worth that much cash? A massive managerial shockwave just hit Portuguese football. Marco Silva is officially taking over as Benfica's new head coach. He just walked away from Fulham, returning to his homeland after 10 long years of managing abroad. Silva inked a deal in Lisbon running until June 2028, holding an option for 2029. President Rui Costa and sporting director Mario Branco completely signed off on this move. The 48-year-old tactician willingly took a massive pay cut from his English salary. He is returning home to chase gold medals and real trophies. Securing Marco Silva right now is an absolute masterstroke for the Benfica board. They poached a proven Premier League boss. Taking a pay cut just proves he still has that wild, competitive hunger. This is a huge statement to win back the league. Meanwhile, Ajax just landed a new manager, Spanish tactician Michel Sanchez. He is signing a massive deal until 2028. Let's break down exactly why the Spaniard dared to make this leap. We will expose Jordi Cruyff's boardroom tactics and why this stunning appointment sparks a completely new era for the Amsterdam Giants. Let's stick strictly to the facts. This situation is unfolding lightning fast. Michel officially walked away from Girona right after this season wrapped up. Even though the Catalan side shockingly dropped into the Segunda Division, the 50-year-old coach kept his pristine European reputation. Everyone remembers him dragging a modest club into the Champions League for the very first time, making Real Madrid and Barcelona sweat. Naturally, he stayed one of the hottest managerial targets on the market. The man driving this deal? New Ajax sporting director Jordi Cruyff, a massive, long-time admirer of Michel's highly systemic football. The entire deal is agreed. Expect an official club announcement within days. Negotiations exploded the second their top target refused to return to the Eredivisie. The Spanish boss is incredibly motivated to test himself at a historic club. Management is handing him total carte blanche to rebuild with his trademark attacking style. For Ajax, hiring Michel is an absolute bullseye. Escaping a massive crisis, Amsterdam desperately needs a tactical mind to develop youth and play beautiful, dominant football. Going down with Girona doesn't erase his pure tactical genius. Let's be real, the Catalan board sold off every single star player before the season began. In Amsterdam, backed by Jordi Cruyff's deep resources and a firm 2-year contract, Ajax gives Michel the perfect stage to revive the club and his own career. With Michel now in charge, a massive squad rebuild is officially underway in Amsterdam. Ajax instantly opened official talks to secure their absolute top transfer priority. Insider Mateo Moretto claims the Amsterdam Giants are making a serious push for Real Madrid midfielder Dani Ceballos. Ceballos made up his mind to leave Madrid this summer, totally exhausted by his role as a deep bench warmer. Michel views his fellow countryman as the perfect anchor for his new midfield. Dani has topped their shortlist since May. The Ajax board is already deep in contract talks with the inner circle of the 29-year-old Spaniard. They promised him a guaranteed starting spot and the absolute role of a true team leader. Madrid is more than willing to let him walk for a fair fee, just to get his wages off their books. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this transfer update, drop a like and subscribe for more.